Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. I'm Dobit from FieldTask, and today I'll be showing you how you can actually control different settings inside FieldTask. And the good thing with FieldTask is, unlike other field service management software where you would have to set up manual integration with HighLevel and maybe create Zaps, connect different endpoints, but with FieldTask, it is just simple toggle on and off, and FieldTask will do the rest for you. So if I have to begin, let's say you have installed FieldTask from the HighLevel app marketplace, it will be added on the bottom left section of that sub account. And after that, you can just access from there using the credentials that you have. The first thing that you would like to do after accessing the account is click on CRM settings. As I have mentioned you, like unlike other field service management software where you have to connect APIs with FieldTask, you just turn it on and off. So what does it mean? Let's say it is customer to contact. So whatever contacts you have in HighLevel will be showing up inside customers. It will be picking up the location, address details, and everything from HighLevel. And if you want it to go back from FieldTask to HighLevel, you turn it on and off. So whatever your preference is, you can just control from here. And you get to control other settings as well. Is it job to tasks or tasks to job, calendar to schedule to appointment, invoice to invoice, product to product, timesheet, job resource. So if I go one by one, so what does maybe invoice do? So all the invoices that you have inside HighLevel can be showing up inside FieldTask, or what you have over here can be sent back to HighLevel as well. So as integrated as it can be, FieldTask is that way. You can also bring all the multiple pricing that you have for a product inside FieldTask. So you just turn it on and off, whatever your preference is. You can also send the timesheet back to HighLevel. So for that, we have a snapshot for this timesheet. So if you want, like, let's say, time details for different customer, you can actually use that snapshot and take the timesheet inside HighLevel as well. And you also get an option where you can actually decide whether you want to send out invoices like from CRM or FieldTask. By CRM, we mean HighLevel. So let's say the technician is on the field, and if you have selected CRM and they raise an invoice, or if you like allow them to raise invoice, they're raising the invoice. If the CRM is selected, the invoice will be sent from HighLevel. And if FieldTask is selected, the invoice will be sent from FieldTask system. So whatever preference is, you just select from here. And if you go down a little bit and you see over here where it says appointment status. So what it does, like with HighLevel, the opportunities to customize a workflow or run automation is limitless. So you can do like create lots of scenarios where you do lots of things. So with this appointment status, what we do is like if you turn it on, so let's say it is turned off and you have turned it on. So what will happen is all the appointment status that you have inside HighLevel, whenever that job is done by the technician on the field, like let's say I have a service visit for tomorrow, maybe one of my technicians have it and they're on the field and they have completed the task. And if you kept it on, what FieldTask will do, it will change the status for that appointment inside HighLevel to showed. So when you run automation, what you do is whenever an appointment is marked as showed, maybe you run an review request, because with FieldTask, you also get the job site photos. So for that, you can go to all jobs, you can actually create job reports. And good thing is we also send this data back to HighLevel media storage. So it is totally up to you how you want to use it. And as I've said, the ways are numerous. It is totally up to you how you want the two system to be useful for you. So the next thing that I would like to show you is from the settings, you can actually go to CRM pipeline settings. And from here, you can actually configure which specific pipeline you want to use for dispatching your team. It is actually a very easy automation you can do with FieldTask. So you don't have to set up any workflows or automation inside HighLevel. You just come inside FieldTask and decide at whatever stage you want to dispatch the job. So let's say for marketing and sales, I'm selecting whenever a proposal is accepted. You want to create a job. So what FieldTask will do is it will take all the details that you have on that, let's say, opportunity and create an unscheduled job for you. So you go to calendar and you just drag and drop it, as easy as that. And it will obviously reduce the like manual errors, time, and lots of things. So yeah, very easy. And if you look on the top right on most of the integration settings that we have, there is an option where you can actually sync. So what it does is basically, if there is any sync missing, you want to sync up, you just click over here. As easy as it can get. Then the thing that I'd like to show you is on the employee settings. So what it does is it gives you some sort of control over your organization. Let's say whatever line item pricing you have, if you turn it on, so all the price would be visible to the employee. And if you turn it off, that wouldn't be. Same with the job creation. Like let's say if you want the technician to create their own job, if you turn it off, they won't be. If you turn it on, they can create job on their own from the mobile app. Totally up to you. As I was saying you that with FieldTask, you can take job site photos. What FieldTask does, it also add timestamp and location stamp to it. And you can actually configure whether you want the timestamp to be there or not there. So if you turn it on, it will be there. If you turn it off, it won't be there. Let's say I want it there, so I'm just turning it on. And if I scroll down a bit, and if you see over here, we have a calendar settings over here. So what it does is basically, let's say you have a few different calendars for an employee inside HighLevel or the technician. So what FieldTask will do is it will give you an opportunity, whatever calendar you want to be syncing with that employee. Like let's say whatever job you book from here will be going back to FieldTask. So you can just decide from here which calendar you want to send the job back to or taking from HighLevel. So you just select from here, as easy as that. And if you just click on it, it will do a refresh. And if there is any new employee added or anything added, it will be showing up over here. The next thing that I'd like to show you, the members. So after installation, all the stuff that you have, you can actually sync with FieldTask. The process is really simple. So you just click on it, and all the technician that you have over there, you can actually send out invitation from here. And if you don't want to sync those members, you can send out separate invitation from here as well. So totally up to you how you want to use it. And there are some other settings that I probably, okay, let me just show you one more thing, which is date and time. I believe it would be helpful for you. So if you have any specific date format preference, you can just configure from here. You can also configure which would be the starting day for the week. If you like, let's say we have different views where you will be giving weekly views. So that calendar or that schedule would be starting from that day of the week. So you can configure from here. Another thing is timesheet settings, which is a good thing with FieldTask is you don't have to run like, let's say different timesheet operation. Whenever a technician is working, FieldTask is generating the timesheet. And on top, if you want them to, like, let's say allow adding manual timesheet, let's say what it does is like, let's say FieldTask would by default tracking time based on their jobs. However, maybe they have missed, or you just want to allow them to. You can just turn it on and they can add separate time outside of the job. And there's a timesheet approval feature. What it does is basically, as you know, with FieldTask, you can also calculate the payroll of your employees based on hourly rate. And if you set it up, what FieldTask will do is before it being added to the payroll, you can actually approve or reject or adjust or add whatever your preference is. There are other things, but I believe for this video, this would be enough. And hopefully on another video, I'll be showing you more about FieldTask and HighLevel, the most integrated and the most native field service management software for HighLevel you can get. Please try it out and let me know what you think. Have a great day.